Morning, Quilt Roadies. Thank you for stopping by on your way to the beginning of your day. I know it seems like it must be just like all animals this time of year, is that you get this fevered, got to get everything done before winter comes, and you want to enjoy every single day of fall. It's just fabulous. This, of course, some of you, it might be your favorite time of year is summer. Mine is fall. And on the opposite side of the globe is they're coming into their warm weather. And so it's just, what a fabulous world we live in. What a fabulous world. Of course, I am on a post-retreat high. What can I say? I had a fabulous time at retreat. It's a different kind of retreat, if I could explain it, and I don't know how I landed in this wonderful group of women, but it has to be all about timing and the place you are in life, because we have been stitching together since '93, and so we have gone through, in our lives, we've gone through raising our kids, relationship challenges, adult children challenges, job challenges, welcoming grandchildren into our lives, the passing of some of our parents, and yet we always seem to be able to put aside all the personality differences. And that's the thing, is that there is no perfect friend, no perfect person. And so we are all a group, well, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like we're a group of wonderfully flawed individuals who for moments in time come together and are able to be together. And I just love that. I just love that. And so this past weekend at retreat, it was the first time in a couple of years that we'd actually retreated together. So there was a lot that happened in everyone's lives, lots of ups and downs, things that are better shared when you're with the actual person than by email or text, because you know the limitations of those types of communication. There's nothing like having a conversation where you can see every wrinkle and crinkle on someone's face. Yeah, there's a different kind of language that happens in face-to-face communication. So the house we were in was huge. It was huge, and we were all able to stitch in the same room, and then go off to our separate bedrooms. It had beautiful light. We could watch the deer walking through. I can't say anything else other than for that moment in time it was perfection. And it was such perfection that we already booked 2022's quote retreat. Yeah, we've already done that. And I know that a lot of life will happen between now and then, but then when we come together, it will be healing. It will be healing. So I'm looking forward to that already. I'm looking forward to that already. I did a work on, and I'll have G insert some pictures at the end, like in a slideshow, of just some of the things that were put together. We had a variety of quilts. All of us do not necessarily adhere to the same genre in quilting. So there was a lot of Judy Niemeyer going on. There was baby quilts being made, hand stitching, applique. Yeah, and we are encouraged by each other. And one of our members, I don't even know if you call them members, one of our sisters, one of our quilting sisters, was making bowls, these little bowls, and someday I'll do a tutorial on them. I'll have to figure this out if I can even pull this off. But I lucked out. I got a bowl cozy, and what these are is when you want to reheat or heat up food in the microwave, you know, and how the bowl gets too hot. You set the bowl in this and you heat it in the microwave in this. So when you take it out, it already has this little bowl cozy. And this one has Tula Pink's tuna cans. And then a little, so, and you can wear it also as a hat if you want. I love that. My pin cushions were a hit. Everyone loved them. And the ones that had little, I didn't pick which one went to which person. I brought a bag and they had to reach in and grab their pin cushion. And so the ones that had like secret message on them was so fun for them to discover. And I was quite pleased with myself. Yeah, I think I'll have to, I ended up with more salvages, which I love, and so I'll have to figure out other things to do with those salvages. Yeah, yeah. I did finish my cousin's baby quilt, the binding. Remember, I took it just to tack down the binding. It's such a sweet quilt, you know. So I finished tacking the binding on that. And I just love this. This flannel on the back was from my stash, so I have no clue where it came from, but it is so soft. I just love a soft flannel. I also finished my Leo quilt. Now I have to quilt it. Of course, I don't know. It'll be a challenge to get this done before. I didn't realize how tight my schedule was this fall, but yeah. So now today I'm going to layer this and start quilting it. That is going to be quite a job. We'll have to see what happens with that. I had fun with my hexies in my Yazzie bag, hexie bag. I just love this thing. And I think I might have infected a couple of other of the fabric stockers with hexie fever. Yeah. But I have to say, I'm going to share with you that this little wool mat that I got at the stitching post, it's a small square one that fit perfectly in my hexie bag, was a godsend. Because I had my little iron with the little Teflon, in fact I sold several of those I think at Quilt Retreat, because you know you always are going to bump your hand on the iron and burn yourself, but the fact that it can sit on that Teflon pad is amazing. But I had fun with my hexies, and so I plan on this next adventure to take my hexies with me again. It's so easy to travel with. It's so easy to travel with that today's garbage day, so I hear the garbage truck going by, and and the neighbor across the street is doing some repairs on their house. They're refacing the front of their house. So a lot of work going on. It's like all the animals that kind of prep for the winter. A lot's going on around here. So I'll be taking this hexie bag along with me, along with my iron. Right there is my license plate quilt. See how long and skinny it is? Yeah, I can't wait to get into that, but it'll have to wait for a bit. But I at least got the background. I at least got the background done. So my license plate quilt will be on the way. What can I say about a quilt retreat? It was inspiring in the way that when you see what everyone's doing, even if you're not interested in that particular kind of quilting or project that someone was doing, it's the energy that is infecting, and it just made me want to run home, come in the beehive, and not leave here for a week. It was that kind of, it was, now you'll be proud of me. One day they took a little field trip to a local quilt store, and two of us stayed behind, me being one of them. I thought I just, really wanted to make some headway on my hexies, and I didn't want to be distracted by more shopping, so I didn't go. I stayed back at the house to stitch. It was amazing, though. It was just amazing. And yeah. So if you have the opportunity to, or make your own opportunity, make it happen for yourself. Get a handful of girlfriends together and rent, if you're all, we're all doctors and nurses, so we're all vaccinated. A few had been already COVID tested and came back negative. There's a little bit of risk to everything in life, but we felt pretty darn comfortable because all of us were, who knows what's going to happen. But we felt, I guess we believed that we were as safe as we possibly could be and still be in retreat together. It's amazing what it does. It is amazing what it does for your soul. It's just amazing. It like, just seeing what everyone was working on, where you could actually see it and touch it, made you all excited about all the whips you have. Now, watching my friend Tracy work on her applique with her applique tools, of which I have all of those, I could barely, I was just like vibrating with excitement to get home and start appliquing. I have a huge applique project that has been a UFO for a while by Kim McLean, and I thought, oh, I love that quilt. I'm going to drag that out this winter and start figuring out how to get it done. And I know that there are many new projects on the horizon because, oh my gosh, Sue Spargo, bless her pea-picking heart, is coming out with a new block of the month that is OMG. I like mushrooms, but I was able to not jump on board with that. I like trees. I was able to not jump on board with that. But this next one that starts, the sign-ups are in October. I don't know. I just said at retreat, I'm not doing any more block of the months because I have lots of unfinished blocks of the months. You know, these designers, they have this beauty within that they have to pour out, and it's so beautiful they have to share. I don't know if I'm going to be able to resist this one. I don't know. So what did I do? I poked at a friend of mine, a block of the month friend of mine, and said, "Uh-oh, uh-oh." Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to resist that one. You know. Yeah. We shall see. Huh? Let me grab this to show you. I have started sewing on this, and because of my friend Chris, as the U flies, and I shall put her link down below. I forget sometimes to put links down below, but Chris has a great Etsy shop with all kinds of fun things. But the thing on her Instagram was that she finished this project with the Halloween theme. Now, mine won't be quite Halloween themed, although I might have one creepy house on every block. But when I talked with her, I found out that she had not hand tacked down these houses, but sewed them down with her sewing machine. So I started doing that with a buttonhole stitch. And let me see if I don't know if you'll be able to see. So I did like that house with the buttonhole stitch. Why didn't I think of this to begin with? It's tedious to do it on the machine in terms of that it's small and you got to turn the quilt around, but not as tedious as sitting there and hand stitching the whole thing. Although hand stitching is relaxing, but everything I do practically is hand stitching, so it's kind of nice to at least get the houses down because there's going to be a lot of hand embellishment going on here. So I have that to do this fall. Get those houses all tacked down and then start working on the hand stitching. And this is a Kathy Schmitz project, which I love her. Yeah, I love her. Okay, so let's think about what I am going to plot in my beehive life. I'm going to have some wool stitching going on. I definitely will be having some hand applique. I love the look of hand applique. I'll be working on the Kathy Schmitz. I do have to drag out my Edit to Sitar tree, Christmas tree row quilt. I dropped a quilt off at my long arm, one of my longest long arm relationships. Yeah. And she's already called me and talked to me about what I think I would like. And so I have that quilt out there being quilted, and let's see, I'm going to have to quilt this baby quilt. I'm babbling my world. Sometimes when you say it out loud, when you put it out in the universe, it somehow happens. You know, I'm going to be visiting my sister in Fargo this fall, and so I'll have to take her birthday present, and yeah, just thinking about, you know, it's like if you say it out loud, it'll happen. You hope, you hope. I also just finished a book that I highly recommend it. In fact, I have bought a copy of it for my younger daughter-in-law, because I have a feeling, I could be totally off base, that she'll like it. It got mixed reviews, so I'm being honest with you. There are some people that didn't like it, but Robin's the one that recommended it to me, and I could not put it down. It's a little confusing at the beginning, trying to figure out what's going on. The name of the book is Anxious People by Frederick Bachman, who is one of my all-time favorite authors. I've really read everything of his, but this is the latest one, and my girlfriend Kathleen and I, who are we commiserate over books. We're both reading it, and I just finished it, and I mean, there were some real gems in there. And all I can tell you is that it's about a bank robbery that didn't happen. I know. Does that even sound like something you'd want to read? But I am telling you, there are some real gems in there. Real gems. And I enjoyed the entire thing. So I'm recommending it. Some people won't like it though. I know. There's some books that. So now I'm just finishing up his other book called Us Against You, and I love that. You know, I just have them stacked. You know, I've been enjoying. And when we travel and camp, G does not like to listen to book, and sometimes I can get him to listen to a podcast, but even then, what he wants to do when he is on the road is listen to music, and it has to be a certain genre of music. So I'll just put my earbuds in and listen to my book while I stitch, and I'm blessed that I can stitch while Penny's bouncing down the road. But yeah, so I recommend that. Anxious People. About a bank robbery. I know, it just sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? Well, I am going to have G put some photographs at the end from Quilt Retreat, so you can see some of the things that might have been going on. And then also the winner of the Octopus Garden and fabrics that were left over from that. That winner will be on a flyer at the very end. So thank you so much for stopping by and catching up with me. We'll have more adventures for you down the road, and enjoy your quilting, stitching, being outdoors, whether it be autumn or going into summer. Wherever you are in the world, I'm sending love to you.